Yeah, that's exciting. That's what happens when you
Yeah.
release something to the world. You're being vulnerable.
Ooh, 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 sir.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's go to the thing for today. So I wanted to give some of my community members an insight of the person who is behind some of my fragrances or some of our fragrances. And for those of you who don't know, this is Refugio who is behind our Cranberry Suede fragrance. He's the one who has blended come up with the formula and blended it so beautifully. And I can't start telling you guys how I met Refugio, but Refugio is he's like a body right now. He's like my new body. He's a friend of Tabbeau Place, and I'm so excited to share him with you guys. Say hi, Refugio, to my guys.
Hello, Taboo Place fans. Hello.
Okay, I just wanted to ask you a few questions.
Yes.
Let's start with how you felt when I told you about the inspiration behind this fragrance, Cranberry Suede. When I told you it was going to be like a tribute to my mom, who
Yeah.
just passed on almost 2 years now. Yeah, but at the time when I told you, I was still freshly grieving. But how did you feel? What was your first reaction when I mentioned that to you?
Uh, an honor. It's always an honor, anyways, when I get to help someone like you, tell their story, right? When we started the project, we weren't talking about your mom yet, but it came up, right? Like it came up that the smell reminded you of her, and I only used ingredients in the direction that you gave me. So it's like you were subconsciously thinking about it, or this needed to come to life. So to me, it's always an honor to help any story come to life, right? We have these invisible ideas in our head, and then it becomes something real that we can buy and put on our body. Like that's a beautiful process. But when you told me it reminded you of your mom, I that's an honor, right? That's just the power of fragrance and smell. It's attached to our memories, and I mean, it was no pressure. We still had a little bit of revisions to make, but I think we were
Yeah.
pretty close to it being the formula that it is today. And it's an honor. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I eventually told you this was to honor my mom. I kind of remember what I saw in your eyes, even though some of the times we talked on the phone and the few FaceTimes we did together, you were like, who? Like like I knew you knew it was gonna be like a challenge,
Yes.
but you were ready to take up on whatever challenge that it brought.
Yeah, I got nervous. I got nervous, but at the same time, I just told myself I didn't come up with this idea. I helped Onyi tell her story. So somewhere along the way from the very beginning, you picked cranberry, you picked, champagne, you picked these things so you wanted this to come to life. And
Yeah.
I'm part of the process, and it's special. But yeah, I was extra nervous once you said it reminded you of your mom. It's
Yeah.
but we did great. With your direction, we ended up
Honestly,
good.
I'm sorry I'm calling you short, but
Oh, it's
honestly,
okay.
I think it was the curiosity that was my drive at the end of the day. Because yeah, because I mean, having been a perfumer too, and having asking someone else to do it for me, I can't tell you how many times I came up with a whole lot, and I was like, no, 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 I don't want it. I wanted someone to probably listen to me and go through my mind, walk with my whatever explanation I was giving out. And you did just that. You really brought this scent to life. And I'm so glad that I gave it to you to do it. Honestly, I love the smell. I can't wait for people to eventually sniff and, feel
Yes.
the bubbly spirit that cranberry suede
Yeah.
comes with. I really cannot wait for people. But again, thank you so much for working with me on this. I know sometimes I put you through a lot when I make all my demands. I put you through
And here I
hell.
am. Here I am still. Somehow I love it.
Okay, nice. Let me ask you my next question.
Yes.
So yeah, I know cranberry is like the spotlight here in this fragrance. But the sparkling wine, the dry down, how did you? I'm not asking you to give us your secrets, but how did you come up with that effervescent feel? The sparkling wine whole nature that surrounds. Because for every Tabbeau fragrance, I always like to build a DNA of a particular note we're trying to show off. I like to kind of pick a DNA of a note and blow it out of proportion. But
Yes.
when it's beautifully blended, so the dry downs are the most important thing for me in the fragrance, not even the top notes. The dry
Yeah.
downs, it's just what it's. I can't even talk about. Dry down is the most important thing for me in the fragrance. So when I mentioned sparkling wine to you, how did you? I remember we wanted to launch this fragrance as a fragrance that would for a Christmas celebration.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how did you come up with that sparkling wine
Yes.
accord?
Yeah. So without giving all my secrets, but no, to create the sparkliness, it was going to be a lot of top notes, a lot of citrus and like that effervescent, bubbly energy, right, that you get from a champagne sip. So there was a lot of top notes, but that's scares me because then it's gone, right? And I needed something to anchor it all the way down. So that's when we started playing with when we started thinking about the wood that holds the wine, so the barrels of wine. So I
Right.
played around with oak wood. And at the beginning, I was getting very frustrated because the oak I was playing with, because I have my own wine accord, and my wine, some of those barrels they burn the inside. They treat them to they age it or held other liqueur, so they
Mhm.
have their own complexities. And so I had something that was a little too smoky and too yeah, it just wasn't. It was making it heavy. And so what I did, I started researching and I found out that like some Chardonnay wine is made with
Mm.
brand new oak. So that's the direction. Once I started playing with like thinking of the idea of something green, tart, woody,
Yes.
like
Yes.
fresh cut, that's when it connected the champagne notes from the top all the way to the bottom.
What
And then yeah, and so that's where I would start getting very excited and I start sending
Right. Let, let,
photos.
let,
Yeah.
let's just be real. The dry down was where the drama really started for this fragrance. I mean, I wanted that fizziness, fizziness, like the moment you open a bottle of anything, of a bubbly wine, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
sparkle. And somehow we ended up with this beautiful balance, the tart, the smooth, airy, but has
Yes.
this sweet softness that makes it linger.
Yes.
That's what it's giving. It's giving the celebration, it's giving the memory that, and that's just what ties it all together and makes it really true. Because again, everything just ties together with who my mom was. I mean, she's a very soft woman who always walked around with her scarf of suede texture
Hmm.
and all of that.
Hmm.
So I kind of tied it down with that's why I insisted on the sparkly wine accord in there, because it just brings it all together. It gives you that lasting trailing smell that you're looking for in a sense. So anyways, I
Yes.
don't even know how to explain this further though, but I'm just very excited.
Yeah.
Really
No, it's
excited about
beautiful.
this one.
Yeah.
What other question did I have for you? If you were going to give the scent a movie character,
Okay.
who
Oh man.
who will it be?
A movie character. Uh, let's see. Can I pick a vibe instead?
Who?
Like a vibe, like a
Okay, oh well, yeah,
what
like
kind
a
of
vibe.
vibe it would have,
Yeah,
or
like yeah, movie character or a vibe. Yeah, that's
yeah,
fine.
because you said the word character, so I had a character in my head when I made it, so
Okay.
that's why. Is that okay?
Sure, why not?
Okay. All right. to me, it's the perfume is a girl going out or a man going out to a party that they've been looking forward to. And
Mm,
you did your hair, you groomed if you're a man, you put your perfume on, you are ready to dance, you're gonna see family, you're gonna see friends.
okay.
Yeah, and it's that like the whole and the perfume goes through all that. It's fresh, it's sweet, it's fruity, it's the sun is setting, there's different colors in the sky,
Right,
and then you dance the night away, and you're gonna smell different when the night is over,
right, right,
right?
right.
You got your shoes in your hand.
Okay, okay,
You're a little hungry again because you danced for so long.
okay.
And so it's that like you smell different, but you're happy. You got to see people you love. You danced,
Mm,
and it's gonna your body's gonna smell different. And so it's like I wanted that like warmth to just like fall like
mm,
sparkly, fruity, but the warmth at the bottom, just like this beautiful scent that you're at home, you had a beautiful, memorable night, and it's just this. I wanted it to represent that warmth. So to me, it's
right.
just like an eventful, elegant night that you have been looking forward to, and it was as beautiful as you thought it was going to be.
It is beautiful. It is beautiful. When we finally got to we got to the final stage where
Yes.
I was like, okay, I was gonna settle for either this or this. The movie character, the actress who came to mind was, I don't know if you've seen, it was just giving this, I don't know if you know Issa Rae meets
Oh, yes.
energy,
I love her.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it kind of gives where she met this Bradshaw energy, like sweet but grown, stylish,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
with
Hmm.
that kind of
Okay.
lady that walks into a room, like wearing
Yeah.
the silk blouse and some cranberry lips. With her confidence, she's got
Yeah.
lots of joy and elegance and a little sass here and there, and a
Yes.
whole lot of someone who wears her heart on her sleeves. Uh,
Oh,
yeah,
beautiful.
basically, it's
Beautiful.
just that scent that is. I always like to use that unforgettable. Yeah, you're just not gonna forget someone who is wearing this scent in a hurry because it's unique and it has its own profile. I love it. I-
Yes. Yes. I'm glad you love it. I do too. Yes.
Anyways, I think that's about all the question I had for you today.
Okay.
Is there anything you wanted to say? Otherwise, we'll just call it a wrap at this point. But
No, yeah, I'm good. Just
uh,
once again, thank you so much for letting me be part of your story and to help, those kind of memories, ideas come to life. Thank you.
thank you, Refugio. Refugio, how do people meet you? Do you want to tell people what your handle is or your
Yeah, so
website?
yeah, Arcane Chemistry is the name of my brand that my wife and I started. That'll be returning this fall. But if you need my nose for any projects, you can find me at Refugio and his nose on Instagram. And I'll
I'm gonna
send you all
tag you
that. I'll
though.
send you all that typed out so that you can just tag me and paste it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll tag all that once we. Well, thank you so much, Refugio. Refugio doesn't say anything without including his wife. My goodness, I love it for you guys.
Yeah, no, you know that she's the one telling me this is not good. Go
Yeah,
start
yeah,
over.
yeah, yeah. All right, guys, it's
Okay.
a wrap now. Thank you, Refugio, and we're
Thank
gonna
you,
see
Onyi.
you later. Bye.
Bye.